Welcome to the Garage USA. I'm Jonathan Brinke. Today I am back at my brother's shop where he's going to be replacing the oil pan and oil pump on a Honda CRV. Thanks for joining me. Today I am back out at my brother's shop where he is working on that Honda CRV, this time replacing the oil pan and oil pump.
Alright, so today we're back on the CRV after further diagnostics as to why the cams were as tore up as they were. Turns out that we're not getting enough oil pressure in the upper end, and so we're going to be taking care of that, where we need to put in an oil pump, and the oil pan is severely dented, so we'll be replacing the oil pan, and hopefully that'll be it for this thing. Alright, and as you can see with this oil pan, we have serious denting all over. This is actually where the oil pickup is for the oil pump. It's pretty much caved in as well. Looks like possibly a floor jack was used at one point to actually lift right here, which, unless you're putting a block of wood down, don't be lifting on your pans. Maybe if it's an aluminum pan, but still, put a block of wood down. Otherwise, you can end up with the same situation. Alright, so here's the new oil pan, and as you can tell, nice and level surface. This is where the oil pickup is. No denting. This is how it should look, which unfortunately the other one does not. So, yep, there's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to have, from here, we're going to have to take off the cowl and we're going to drop the subframe. Alright, so here's where we're at. We actually have a strap holding the transmission mount there. We do have the subframe disconnected. I'll show you that here in a second. So yeah, we have a bar running across, holding that trans mount. And let me get down below and I'll show you what else we got going on. So we do have the subframe dropped. There's a bolt here. Bolt that goes back there. Two on the exact other side. I have a strap holding the cross member in place. Once again, so you can see how badly we're dented. And this is what we're doing. We're going to be removing that. So now we can actually get that off. We did also have to remove, disconnect the shift cable back there. And yeah, now we're going to get the pan off and I'll show you that. Alright, so we got all the bolts off and now we just need to break the seal and get the oil pan off and see what we got going on. Give me a hand with the oil pan. So we are going to have to replace the oil pump, and the oil pump is actually this whole assembly, which is an oil pump balance shaft assembly, and that timing chain right there is actually what drives that assembly. So now we're going to start getting that pulled off. Alright, so let's wiggle in. You'll probably want to edit that part. Thank God I'm not doing the editing. Alright, I'm just going to keep rolling. So hopefully You watch shit before you post it. All right. So, here we got the bottom side of the engine. We have no wiggle in the bearing caps. There is no sign of overheating. I think this is going to be good. So, all right, we're going to compare the oil pumps real quick so you guys can get a visualization, wow, of what we're seeing and what one is supposed to look like. And then we're going to put it in. All right, so here's what we got for oil pumps. As you can see, once again, that is all beat up and concave. And this guy is how they're supposed to look. Look at that. That's a good looking oil pump. All right, so now we're going to get this in. All right, so the new oil pump is in, and I have this torqued down for the chain tensioner. Now all I should have to do is remove this guy. And now we're good to put the oil pan back on and get it filled with oil. All right, so the oil pan is back on, and now we just got to get the subframe reattached. All right, so we got the subframe reattached. We got the cowl back on, and everything up on top is all put back together. So we got the airbox and all that put back together. We are going to check oil pressure here in a bit, as soon as we actually put oil back in this thing. And now, right now, we're just gonna put it back on the ground and get the oil in. All right, it's running. We got about 34 pounds of pressure. Running quite well. So yeah, we are done with this.
I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd like to thank you for watching The Garage USA. I'm Jonathan Brinke, and I'll see you next time.